Hello students, I am Professor Dheeraj Kumar Singh from Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sagar Group of Institutions, Systec R Bhopal. Students, today we are going to start our unit number 2 and that is pure substances. So let's start the topic pure substance. What is pure substance? A pure substance is a substance of constant chemical composition throughout its mass. It is a one component system. That means whatever the substance we will take, the chemical composition throughout its mass should be constant. For an example, if we will take water, nitrogen, gaseous air, phases may be different, but the components should be single. Like water may be in liquid phase, in gaseous phase, in solid phase, but the component is one, right? So it is a one component system. It may exist in one or more phases. For an example, if we will talk about water, then it will be existing in three phases: solid, liquid and gas. So it may exist in one or more phases, and let us take water as the representative of a pure substance. Properties of pure substances can help in understanding thermodynamic principles. Why we are eager to understand pure substances? Because its properties will help us in understanding the thermodynamic principles. Common properties of pure substances include basically temperature, pressure, volume, mass, density, specific volume, energy, enthalpy and entropy. So these are the common properties of pure substances on which we have to focus our study. So dear students, there are two kind of properties. One is extensive property and one is intensive property. We have discussed it earlier that intensive property are those property which does not depend upon the size or the mass of the system, right? So temperature is a good example of intensive property, and extensive properties are those which do depend on size of the system. That means which is dependent on mass. So the example of extensive properties is mass, volume, etc. Now students, we will discuss some important terms related to pure substances, and these important terms are: first is vaporization. What is vaporization? Vaporization is the point where a liquid changes into a vapor phase. So vaporization is a point, or vaporization we can say is a process by the help of which a liquid gets converted into vapor. Second is sublimation. So what is sublimation? It is the transition of a substance directly from the solid to gas state without passing through the liquid state. That means sublimation is a process in which if we have to convert ice into gas, then it will directly converted from ice to gas. It will not go in liquid form, right? So it will not, ice will not go in liquid form, that is in water, in the form of water. So sublimation is a process in which your solid directly gets converted into gas state. What is fusion? It is a process of conversion of solid into liquid. If we try to convert ice into water, so by the help of fusion we can convert solid into liquid or ice into water. Now dear students, we want to discuss what is saturated liquid and what is saturated vapor. So a liquid that is about to vaporize is called saturated liquid. That means on the verge of vaporization, when the vaporization just started, before that point a liquid is called as saturated liquid. Once boiling starts, the temperature stops rising until the liquid is completely vaporized. Any heat loss from this vapor will cause some of the vapor to condense. If we will extract some heat from the vapor, or there will be any heat loss from the vapor, then it will cause vapor to condense, right. So a vapor that is about to condense is called saturated vapor. What is saturation state? A saturation state is a state from which a change of phase may occur without a change of pressure or temperature. So dear students, we see the boiling process, right. So how the boiling process takes place. So boiling starts at 100 degrees Celsius, we know, and freezing of water takes place at 0 degrees Celsius, right. So these are the states and these are the processes which takes place at constant pressure and at constant temperature. Further we will see how this saturation state comes into action. The temperature at which liquid converts into vapor, that is boiling, or vapor converts into liquid, that is condensation, is called saturation temperature. So the temperature at which any liquid converts into vapor or any vapor converts into liquid, right. So that temperature is known as saturation temperature, and corresponding pressure is called saturation pressure. Now dear students, we will see some examples, like we have already discussed what is pure substance. A substance that has a fixed chemical composition throughout its mass, or a constant chemical composition throughout its mass, is known as pure substance. For an example, if we talk about air, air is a mixture of several gases, but it is considered to be a pure substance, right. So here we can see the example of pure substances, that is nitrogen. This is whole system is consist of only nitrogen, so it is a pure substance. This whole system is consist of gaseous air, so it is also example of pure substance. In this figure, if we will talk about this liquid and this vapor, so this liquid is water basically, and the vapor is also the vapor of water. So the chemical composition is same throughout the mass, right. So chemical composition means 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen is there, right. So this kind of composition can be treated as pure substance. So this is the example of pure substance. But here if we will talk about liquid and air, so when we will talk about liquid and air, then liquid is having some moisture. For an example, liquid is having some content of hydrogen and oxygen, but here air, it is not sure that there is a content of hydrogen or not. So many things here we have to consider. So here in the bottom we have written a mixture of liquid and gaseous water is a pure substance, but this is the mixture of a liquid and gaseous air cannot be treated as a pure substance. So this we have to keep in mind, right, because the chemical composition is not constant throughout the mass. So chemical composition should be constant throughout the mass, like this and like this. So that substance can only be treated as pure substance. Now here we can see, if you see the example of solid, liquid and gas, how solid molecules are placed, how liquid molecules are placed, and how gaseous molecules are placed. So here we can see this is the structure of solid, right. So the molecules in a solid are kept at their positions by the large spring like intermolecular forces, right. So the molecules in a solid are kept at their positions till the time you will not apply some force or apply some heat. If you will not apply these kind of external sources or external forces or external temperature on it, then the molecules will not move from its place. So here we can see in this figure A, B and C. So figure A is the arrangement of atoms. In figure A we are discussing the arrangement of atoms in different phases. So A is molecules are at relatively fixed positions in a solid. So the molecules are basically fixed in a solid. If we will talk about this particular liquid, so groups of molecules move about each other in a liquid phase. Molecules in a liquid can move about each other, right? And if we will talk about gases, so molecules move about at random in a gas phase. So in a solid, the attractive and repulsive forces between the molecules tend to maintain them at relative constant distances from each other. So these are the examples of solid, liquid and gaseous phases. So these are the phases of a pure substance, right? Now if we will talk about that how a solid can gets converted into liquid and how a liquid gets converted into gaseous form or vapor form, so we will discuss these things here, right? So phase change process of pure substance, how the phase is changing in a pure substance, we will discuss these things. So what is compressed liquid? Compressed liquid is basically our subcooled liquid and a substance that it is not about to vaporize. So when a substance is not able to vaporize or not about to vaporize, so that substance is known as compressed liquid. So dear friends, dear students, we can see here, this is a piston cylinder arrangement where we have kept some liquid, right? We have kept some liquid. So we have not took the example of I mean to say, I have not taken the example directly of solid. We have started from liquid. So if we would have started from ice, then ice gets converted into liquid, then liquid gets converted into vapor. But here we have took the example directly as liquid. But I'll discuss with you about how the solid will change into liquid. Also I will discuss that thing. But here in state 1 we can see at 1 atmospheric pressure, right? 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 1.01325 bar, right? This is the unit of pressure. So this is the 1 atmospheric 1 atm is basically the pressure at atmosphere. Whatever be the pressure at atmosphere, this is the pressure. So this is 1.01325 bar basically, and 20 degrees Celsius temperature. So we have kept pressure of the system 1 atm and temperature of the system is 20 degrees Celsius, and we have took here compressed liquid and we have started heating that liquid. So what will happen? So when the temperature of that system will increase slowly, and when it will go up to 100 degrees Celsius, right? So that means boiling will start from here, because we know the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and boiling starts at 100 degrees Celsius, right? So here in state 1